Welcome to the Lone Machinist Podcast, where it's just you, the machines, and the work. What you got going on today, Curt?
Today, I'm going to talk about how I help the AI robots take over our souls. Lasers, 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 and did we land on the moon? How about you? What are you going to talk about?
The Bukkake Blaster 7000, running a CNC on a Raspberry Pi's GPI opens, and the fact that I moved a wall this morning, mostly not on
Ooh.
purpose. How are you
So,
this fine day, Curt?
I'm doing fantastic now. Yeah. We're getting better at teasing our topics. All of them have to do with machining, which is even
Yes.
crazier. So,
Yeah, that is quite
but
impressive that they all actually have to do with machining today.
so do you want to lead with? I'm assuming what was your nickname in high school? The old Bukkake Blaster 7000.
So, yes, we can lead with the Bukkake Blaster 7000. It's my new coolant manifold for the LK. So I bought some stainless steel nozzles because the ones I made I didn't like. And I needed to remake the manifold because I needed a set of holes to mount the air bypass for the gripper. So I
Right.
was like, I'll just make a whole new thing. I can buy the stainless steel nozzles locally now. So I bought 7 nozzles, hence the 7000. I machined up one like a week and a half ago or so, and then I machined up two this week, and then got the bypass little dingus, which didn't fit because some dick didn't take into account what the spindle looks like. So I had to machine some little steps into it. But that's now mounted, and then I printed a little TPU dingus that interfaces between that block and the gripper, which actually seals way better than I expected and compresses a little bit. So it compresses by about zero point 0.3, zero point 0.4 of a mil when the tool gets loaded into the spindle. The tool can still rotate if the machine deems it necessary to do a rotation before a tool change, which it does sometimes. That's why I designed it in such a way that I'm not locking the spindle mechanically.
Mhm.
Because I haven't made a rotary bypass, I just made a stationary bypass. So that's now done. The pipe is all run through, and the new coolant nozzle blasts. Like
Does
hardcore.
it?
I need to still aim some of the nozzles, but it works really well.
I was thinking about your blaster this weekend because, like, I'm always I have flex
Yeah.
lines, like static flex lines, and I'm constantly re-aiming them, and it just makes me want to just walk into traffic. So I was thinking about your system. Do you have issues with not getting? Because for the people listening, it's kind of like a semicircle that mounts on the back of the mill head that distributes the coolant. Do you have issues getting coolant to the front?
Generally speaking, no,
Okay.
because yes. In short, yes, but in reality, no. So
Okay.
yes, there's less coolant on the front, but generally it's blasting enough coolant that it's a non-issue. Like if you're
Okay.
in a deep, deep pocket, it can be a bit of a problem, but generally speaking, it's not actually an issue.
Okay. So you haven't noticed
Um,
like galling
no,
on like the front face of something, or
it is
okay.
noticeable every now and again on like really unique use cases. So like if you've got a
Mhm.
step or something, you'll see it there. Like you'll have chips building up that aren't getting blasted away more than anything
Oh,
else.
okay.
But then my flexible lines are still there. If that's going to be a problem, I pull one of the flexibles to come in from the front, and I'm covered.
I suppose. I
Yeah.
suppose. Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's a good
for
point. Yeah. Yeah.
90%, 99% of what I do, I think since I've had the Bukkake Blaster 5000 and now the 7000, I've put the nozzle pointing in the front on two jobs.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really generally it's fine. And then yeah, my spindle's got two M8 holes, so I just took a picture of it, laser cut a template, adjusted the holes till it fits it, and then I made the aluminium block. I actually put an MDF piece there and did a tool change to make sure I'm not going to hit anything
Yeah.
because
Wise. Yeah.
clearances are tight. But yeah, there's actually plenty of space under these machines. Like as they go behind the turret, there's plenty of space.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it looks really cool. And it goes up to the tool change, the gripper comes in, and it goes whoop, like super quick, and then grabs and comes down. It's like, oh, it goes perfectly. Like,
Cool.
yeah, it's beautiful. I got a video of it. But yeah, we're busy with all the electrical and pneumatics. So here's the pneumatic valve block for those watching with JO. That arrived today, and I went and bought the greatest, pridefullest collection of hoses. I went to my pneumatic supply. I'm like, 10 meters of each, please, of every color you do, because I'm going to make a bundle that comes to the front of like into the enclosure that's got, I think it's 6 different lines, so that I can have my vacuum for my vacuum chuck. I can have my S-plow for the anchor points. I can have 2 dual acting valves all in one block mounted to the machine, and then one neat hose that goes out, and then on top of the machine will just be a shit show going to the valves. Like, let's not pretend it's going to be pretty.
I mean, it works. It's just got to work.
It's on top of the machine. You can't see it. It's fine. But yeah, I bought basically 10 meters of every color today so that I can have it all color coded as well to make my life a bit easier.
Nice. Whoa. Sorry.
Whoa. It became bright.
Sorry. I hit the wrong ISO button.
And then, yeah, I'm going to make a little manifold block and then use a washing machine drain pipe. I use them in Bertha. And my fourth axis has one. It works really well, and they're super cheap. So you just go buy a washing machine replacement hose, and you just feed all your stuff through it, and it acts as a really nice single.
Fair, okay.
Yeah, like it keeps everything neat, keeps the shavings out. Pretty tolerant with hot shavings, considering the ones in Bertha were in there for like 4 years before I sold her, and no sign of damage.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's geez, we're knocking off the things today. So, that's we'll get to the pneumatic work holding thing later.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes. Tell me about running your mill forever.
Okay, so I find, like, I've been doing all the grips on the pens. So I have all the pens prepped. And last week I had to finish my machining to be on schedule. I'm not there. I'm like 90% there. I think I'd be able to finish it all today. So I'm already 1 day behind, but that's neither here nor there. I'll probably slip more anyways. So I was just able to load parts in, and the grips, I'm doing basically all ISO grips on this run. So they run for a long time, which was lovely because I just kept plopping parts in the machine. And I think it ran for, I can't say 18 hours continuously because it would every, X amount of time I'd have to swap a part out. But yeah, it ran long enough that it was hot. Like all the coolant was hot. The enclosure was like hot and moist.
Swampy.
And I mean, it's cold. Like, yeah, like it's minus 30 outside here. So like, and the garage cools down to about 20 degrees at night. So everything is 15, 20. I mean, on the floor, the coolant's probably 15 degrees Celsius. Yeah. So to bring it from like 15 to like whatever, 30 degrees, 80 liters or whatever it is, it was toasty. Yeah, it ran hard. I mean, hard for my work. The spindle didn't show any load, but it's spinning quick for hours and hours and hours and hours. So yeah, I was pleased. It was nice to see.
I forgot to add that to the document. Your machine doesn't have a spindle chiller, does it?
It does not. No, unfortunately.
Okay.
Thankfully, it doesn't really, like, I put my hands on all the bearings, and I don't run it near. It's like even with the tool, it's a 1/16 tool that's doing all my surfacing, and I just at SFM, like, I'm still limited by SFM. Like, I can't push it to what I want to. So, it's still running at like 60% spindle speed, so it's happy there. And I don't have to push it because, like,
you don't need to.
It did all my work in that day, so it's like, well, okay, why run it faster? Like, just let it be happy.
No, that makes perfect sense.
It's fun though.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice when the machine just runs and just prints money effectively.
Well, and I found things that like I had to keep. It went through, I don't know, probably 30 liters of water. Because it's like hitting the little tools and just atomizing and evaporating and cooling things. But then it also, I just lost my train of thought.
You had to fill it up with water?
I mean, yeah, I'd fill it up with water, but I completely lost my train of thought there. It doesn't matter.
At least it's not only me doing it. Yay!
Fuck.
That's normally my trick.
Anyways, it was happy. It ran all the parts, and it was just nice. It was nice to see a machine actually running at its probably pace that it wants to run.
The joys of a reliable industrial machine, not your hobby machine.
And you know what? The first part was perfectly in tolerance, and the last part was perfectly in tolerance. I didn't bump it, I didn't touch it, I didn't tweak it. Everything measured exactly, start to finish. Like, I will give Sile props for whatever comp they're using for any kind of growth, because I couldn't notice anything. Like, the first pen and the last pen look identical, which is what I love.
Yeah, but it is quite a compact machine, so I think thermal's not as much of an issue on it.
Yeah, yeah.
But That's really cool that you can just put it on and it just runs. That is the purpose of these machines.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah.
that's really, really cool. Yeah, speaking
Yeah,
of
man.
machines just running, I
Mhm.
ran the Slowio for the first time this year
Ooh.
that I've actually used it. I think probably the first time in 6 or 7 months that I've actually run a job on it.
Okay, what was it
It's
doing?
run in between. Carl's run it a bit, but yeah, I actually ran 300 or 400 electrical connectors today. Where I got to just slit them. So screw
Mm.
the part in, hit go, unscrew the part, screw the part in, hit go. It took me like 2
Mm.
hours to do 400 of them, and then also machine some other stuff that the same customer's reworking. So the board's been potted. They want to pull the fuses off and bridge them. And I'm like, guys, there's two kinds of people in this world: those who
Mm.
use fuses and those who will use fuses. But they want to bypass them because it's actually a fuse on the communication line. So if you get any sparks in the CAN bus line, these
Uh,
self-resetting fuses trip, but they only have X number of trips. So they're getting erroneous sparks through their power system or whatever, and it's causing the sensors to fail. So
mm.
they trying to recover them. I don't know. So I'm machining away the potting compound for them.
Okay.
And then and then the Slowio wouldn't probe because I disconnected the probe wire because it was erroneously triggering the probe.
It's a good way to
So
fix it. Yeah.
no, just unplug the wire, plug it in when you need it. I need to put it on a switch now. Like even worse, put it on a switch so I can just switch off the probe. It took me a little while to figure it out. I look in the back, I'm like, hang on, what the shit? This thing's because I thought I disabled it in software. No, I just unplugged the wire
Nice.
because
Proper way to
savage mode.
disable it. Yeah.
We tried to
Yeah.
probe something the other day, and I'm like, well, I want to probe, so I just gave Cole the wiggler. I'm like, yeah, use a wiggler. Could not be bothered. No, just you finding a center of a shaft to drill a hole, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I figured it out this afternoon. Yeah, this afternoon because I broke a wall this morning. So
And yeah, you you
yes,
sent me your little video of your your
yeah,
destruction.
we had a small amount of shavings. So we had a IPC tote that was full of aluminium shavings, 850 pounds worth of aluminium shavings. Which, as strong as I like to think I am, I can't actually manhandle that around. So between Danik and I, we managed to pry it onto the back of the truck. Then I've done this in the past where I've used a pole or a piece of aluminium extrusion or whatever. She drives forward a bit, I drop the pole in, she reverses. She drives forward, I reposition the pole, she reverses to push it onto the back of the truck. And I was getting a bit frustrated this morning. And I put it a little bit higher on the wall than I normally do. Because I normally put it like right where the driveway hits the wall. And I put it
Sure.
a foot up on the wall, and the whole wall went padunk over. Yeah.
Oh.
So that was fun. And then we had a power outage, so I wanted to turn the generator on, and guess what's behind the wall? Well, the wall fell onto the door to where my changeover switches. So I had to break the wall into pieces to be able to get into the room that's got my changeover in it, so I could change over and run the generator for like an hour and a half to finish up what I was doing. And so it was one of those days.
Is this because I was watching the video, is this the center wall in your garage?
No,
Um,
it's in front of the garage is like a walkway. It's a stupid wall that doesn't need to be
okay.
there, so it's not going back. It's like a
Okay.
column. It was a column. That was the problem. And the problem is it's clay bricks, so they don't bond super well to the cement.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it being 40 years old didn't help the situation. And the bricks on the bottom didn't have holes through them, whereas the ones in the middle did. So the cement would flow through the middle of the brick and kind of key it in. The ones at the bottom weren't like
Sure.
that. So as soon as we pushed it, it just moved over.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
now
So
I'm
it's
going to
nothing.
no, nothing major. I'm going to move the gate and then gaslight my mother-in-law to thinking the gate was always there
That's the
because
ticket.
I'm that son-in-law. I'm going to move. I'm going to move the gate a bit up. But that wall doesn't need to be there. It's just actually an inconvenience. So I'm just going to move it.
I love the like the aspect after pushing it over, being like, it wasn't even, it was kind of in the way, honestly.
It was
It was a
actually
bad
because
wall.
getting the workbench into the little shack of grinding was a problem. Like we had to shimmy it in because the fucking wall in the way. So the wall has now been removed. And I'm just
Yeah,
going to
you're gonna
brick it
take
up
down.
quickly.
Yeah.
I'm going to go buy some cement tomorrow morning, brick it up, hide all the bricks, and then gaslight my mother-in-law to thinking it's been like this for the last 40 years.
Oh boy.
It's the
Well,
small
I
things in life
guess.
that bring me great amounts of joy.
Yeah, you don't need to be in a will anyways. They'll take you right out of that. Yeah.
Ah, it's fine. Danica's in the will. Who cares?
I guess. Yeah,
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
married in. You're all right.
yeah. I'm married and I'm good. Like if we inherit anything, it falls into the accrual, so I'm good. Yeah.
That's freaking awesome, man.
So
Um.
I want to know
Oh,
what DGR thing you bought. Oh, what did you remember?
I did remember the train of thought that I lost is when I was running the machine, I was getting low on oil, and when it
Ah,
alarmed out, because I came in the garage and it's like
yes.
the machine's alarmed. I'm like, son of a bitch, what is it? I'm like, is a tool changer stuck? And I'm like, oh, you're just low on oil. I'm like, okay, little friend. I just filled it up, and then it's like, yep, I'm good to
Carried
go
on.
again. I was like, oh, okay, you did
For
a
the
good job.
for the third time in 3 years, I got a low oil alarm on the MCO.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's been running like 14 hours a day the last couple days,
Okay.
and yeah, finally emptied its oil reservoir again, and I topped it up. I'm like, carry on, little friend, run. It made
Yeah.
200 and something parts today, 200 parts yesterday, 300 parts the day before that. It's going to make like 300 parts tomorrow. It's earning its keep.
Fair.
Even the
Yeah.
good way is earning its keep. The good way gets swampy. Holy cow. I was running
Oh yeah.
aluminium and yeah, open the door and it's like, ugh. But yeah, that made 200 parts in a day, and like just on a day that would have taken
Nice.
us like 2 or 3 days previously. So it's chooching all the machines. Like customer placed an order on the 20th. I'm assuming they did so, assuming I wouldn't be able to deliver by the end of the month. Incorrect. It will be delivered on Thursday, and I will invoice on Thursday. So they have to pay me by the end of the month.
Laser magic. Laser
Yeah.
magic for that kind of
Dude,
stuff. Just
loads on money printers, like straight up money
mm-hmm.
printers. And then,
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, typical Jamie sales pitch, anchor point, freaking shining star. Went to machine the tops of those lathe parts, pulled the fixture off the wall, loaded them, threw them in, hit go. Fucking done. Like,
Yeah.
magic. I've got
Yep.
another job. I've got to reprogram it tonight. I'm changing the way I use the fixture. It was, I think, 4 8 parts, and then another 4 8. I'm now going to do op one, op two, because I was having failures in my other fixtures. So constant improvements on the process, but yeah, I need to just reprogram that and then I can run it tomorrow. That's to the second op on the parts that were in the M code today.
I had the most ridiculous idea on the weekend because I was doing some laser work, which I'll talk about later, but I needed like a repositionable jig that I
Yeah.
could put into my laser. So I was I'm like, what do I have where I could just I could put like a pallet into it and it would and then I could pull it back out and it would repeat really precisely. And I look over and there's like your anchor point sitting there. I'm like, that would be so ridiculous putting
Yes.
your giant anchor point into a fiber laser machine. But I was like, I could do
Do
that.
it.
No, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. I'm building something simple. There's no force. So I was like, what a waste. But yeah,
Do
I was
it.
like, what if that gets an anchor point before my mill does? I was like, oh, Jamie will be mad.
Dude,
Jamie will hate
I
me.
would not be mad in the least. It'll be freaking hilarious. It'll be great.
Probably tip the machine over. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. It is a little bit overkill. And your one's still very thick compared to the newer ones.
Yeah, thankfully I got loads of Z on that machine, so it's
Yeah.
But anyways,
Mine's
that
also
was,
got a shitload of Z on the laser. But yeah,
yeah, I think they build them all like that, man.
I was laser cutting foam on the weekend. It's magic.
Yeah, it's always fun how quick it goes. Yeah.
Like Kaizen foam, but the white one from packaging. I was making
Mm-hmm.
little trays. Oh, it's so cool. You just laser cut it all out. Super, super easy. Like, yeah, CO2 lasers are magic. So are fiber lasers. I actually lasered my hand
Oh,
because, yes, the cycle is like 12 seconds. So I drop one in, hit go, grab another one. I thought it was done, went, grabbed, and I'm like, oh, fuck, what was that? I was lucky I was being a bitch
yeah,
mitten. So the glove just got really hot and burnt me a little bit. Didn't actually hit my skin.
nice.
I was like,
I've
safety third.
I've only lasered my hand once, and that was in my CO2. And it's just because of the beam
Yeah.
path, right? They bounce, and
Yeah.
I didn't realize it. It was cutting, and I was like, "Oh, I just need to move this really quick." And I opened it, and obviously I don't have any safety interlocks because,
Well, duh.
and I reached past to grab the piece, which I was far away from the cutting area, but I went right
Yeah.
through the path of the beam, and yeah, thankfully it wasn't the focused beam, but yeah, it still burnt a little hole in my hand, and instantly.
Yeah, and it takes a
like,
while to
"Yikes."
heal as well because it cauterizes it. Like
Yeah, it
my
was
mate
a
Phil did
clean
the same
cut.
thing.
Yeah.
My mate
Oh
Phil
yeah.
did the same thing on his little 50 or 40 watt, and yeah, same story. Like
Yeah.
that's not even the worst. I got a Fusion 360 power bank, and I had it in the CO2, and I was lasering. It's a round power bank, and I'm lasering my name
Okay.
into it. And I'm like, why is my face warm? Because it's at an
Oh
angle, it was
no.
reflecting the diffuse. Now I'm like, oh
Oh
fuck,
no.
move out the way. Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
I've
I
done some
mean,
very, very dumb things in my time.
okay, since we're on the topic of stupid lasers, I'll say this one thing is so I was calibrating on the fiber laser I have. It has a diode laser in there, which
Yeah,
I'm probably never going to use. But it uses the diode laser to basically
trace.
display to trace what you're gonna laser with the fiber. It just uses low power, so you can move it around, get your alignment perfect. And the alignment between the two lasers I suspected wasn't perfect. So I was like, oh, here's an easy way to fix it. I'll just put something that'll respond to both. So I just put some anodized aluminum in there. And I'm like, I'll run the fiber laser, run a circle, and I'll run the diode laser,
Yeah,
run a circle, and I'll be able to see the offset, and then I'll be able to calculate out and either fix it in software or fix it
yeah.
mechanically,
There's a
whatever I can
thing
do.
in Lightburn to calibrate that.
Sure, yeah, and they actually I messaged the manufacturer because I'm like, this is kind of annoying, and they're like, oh yeah, we can you can correct for that. I was like, okay, excellent, excellent. They're like, we'll get you a procedure. It's just they don't have one yet.
Ah,
Anyways, fiber laser on anodized aluminum isn't really all that bright, so I had the door open and I just quickly really light
yeah,
past low power circle, and you can look at it. And so I was like a fool. I wasn't wearing the glasses. And it goes, zzz. I'm like, okay, that's the circle I want. And then I switched to the whatever, the
yeah. The
1,000 nanometer down to the 400 nanometer. And I was like, I better crank the power up a little bit because it's not, it's just a diode laser. And I go watching the circle like an idiot. And then the blue diode laser, like the
it's
infrared
gross.
laser for fiber, you can't really see. But the bright diode laser, holy Christ, and it just did a circle in about a quarter of a second. And it did it so fast, and I was like, shit. And I just closed my eyes. And as I closed my eyes, I see circles everywhere. I'm like, oh no. So
Yep,
yeah, I
done
was
that
like,
too.
yeah, idiot.
Yeah,
Like CO2s, they're bright, but they're not that bright. But diode lasers are
yeah.
stupid bright. Yeah,
Diodes are
they respond
stupid.
well
Yeah,
to your eyes,
I've
anyways.
yeah done that one too with my little 5 watt back in the day. Where you're watching
Yeah.
it cut, you're like, oh, this is cool. You go close your eyes, you're like, oh, there, and see the pattern that just cut.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
well, that took a year off my sight. So
Wear your
yeah.
safety squints, people. That is the gist of it.
Yeah, and buy good ones. Yeah.
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 Yeah. We won't discuss my safety practices. I live in Africa.
Yeah, I have some great tips or great sayings for eye protection, but they're not probably podcast safe. So we'll carry
Probably
on with
not.
those.
So,
Anyway,
what would you like me to discuss, Curt?
Let me see. You have
There's
so
a
many
whole bunch.
things.
I know.
Let's finish off your intrusive thoughts regarding the pneumatic work holding, because we're kind of on a pneumatic kick right now. So
Fair enough.
get that out of the way.
I had some intrusive thoughts about making my own air vase again.
Oh, really?
I'm probably just going to buy one, but I have thoughts and stupid plans that I may just execute on for shits and giggles. So I've got a self-centering one of the little Zendai vases.
Right.
And a while ago, I put a stepper motor on it to clamp and unclamp it. So you give it a signal, a little ESP, little M0 board or whatever it was, would run the motor slow for like a second, because the slower you go with the stepper, the more torque you have. So I'm trying to think now. No, sorry, it would run it fast for a second, stall it, and basically clamp your part. And then when you went to loosen it, it would run a bit slower for a little bit longer, and it would average out to be the same opening and closing distance. And then I'm like, yeah, motors aren't really waterproof. So I was thinking of maybe making a pneumatic version of that. So having a cylinder driving a rack, put a gear on the lead screw.
Okay.
But have it that so obviously on a pneumatic cylinder, you've got a rod, and the side with the rod has less force than the side without the rod, because there's less surface area.
Okay.
Yeah, the rod takes up surface area. So I would clamp with the side with the rod, so pressure on the side with the rod, so that you always have enough force to unclamp. Because you don't want to go and clamp the thing with the one side and you can't loosen it, you can't take it out the vase automatically. So I was thinking of, what do I have laying around? Evil thoughts. I'm thinking of maybe making a little actuator for shits and giggles. And just seeing. I'm going to order a pneumatic vase. But that's still a few weeks away. So let me use what I have and waste a bunch of time and fuck around and make myself something cool. So I was thinking of going timing belt, kind of like a KUKA robot style, where it goes around a corner so that I can put the whole mechanism under the vase and then just have it go around and then back under, make a loop of belt, and then put the cylinder on the loop of belt that pulls the belt back and forth. Because then it's straightforward pneumatics. Your range is not great, but then what you do is you have it so you can you can pull the coupling out, adjust the vase to where you want it within a few mils, push the coupling back in, and it actuates 2 or 3 millimeters. Jamie's intrusive thoughts about work holding. I also half designed a pneumatic vase a while ago.
Yeah.
Aluminium body with steel rails. Like, it's not a difficult problem to solve. It's just, I got better shit to do with my time.
Dude, that's the problem is we all get these beautiful setups where we have machines that can build basically anything we can imagine. And then you give us just a little bit of spare time, just sprinkle in a little spare time to anybody that's probably listening to this podcast. And they're like, oh yeah, I got a laundry list of 1,000 things I want to make. Just like, cause you can make all kinds of shit.
You can make anything. It's just, is it actually worthwhile making?
Totally. Yeah. It's different if you want to make it for the fun of it or
Yeah. So I'm looking at the silver CNC pneumatic vases.
Yeah. That's probably
just actively working on being less poor first.
Yeah. It's always a struggle bus. So
yeah, it's like I'm trying to front load all the automatic gripping stuff before the orders are actually upon me. But like the pneumatic vase is a pretty large outlay of cash. I'm like, kind of going to wait till the order comes and tell them, listen, your first batch is 3 weeks out. Gives me 2 weeks to get the vase in and then a week to machine all the parts. So I think that the worst case, I can start machining the parts and manually load them, but I have a gripper and I want to use it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, even
I would do the same.
The diesel guys we had today, I'm like, what's happening with your guys' sensor? Because those housings, they're not the highest value item, like dollar value, but I can auto load them and have the machine just shit the op ones out. I load the op twos into a fixture on a tombstone, and every time I hit cycle chooch on the op twos, I'm dropping out like 16 parts. So kind of worth my time to do. So yeah, we'll see. I'm not holding my breath on those guys anymore, but they're actually placing orders again.
Promises don't buy bread, so
exactly, just in time to be inconvenient regarding the mechanical anchor point production.
Oh, 100%. That's how it always works. The universe knows this. Yeah.
But the mechanicals are in production at this point.
Sick.
Yes, I'm waiting. I've got to go buy a new 173E collet this week. They were out of stock, so they're getting a container in this week. I'm waiting for them to phone me and say, we have stock. And then I get in my truck and I zoom along in my go-kart, not my NASCAR. And I've been driving my little truck and it feels like driving a go-kart after driving the Land Rover. It's a bit of a problem. Like it feels like I'm in a go-kart. But yeah, I'm going to go pick up some collets so that I can actually properly manufacture some of the parts on the mechanical.
And that, because you launched the pre-sale, so did that go decently well, or?
There's been interest.
Yeah.
My lovely wife is incapable of sending out emails, so pre-order's open if anyone's interested. There'll probably be an email going out at some point in the future regarding that. I've only been asking for like a week. So I'm going to harass her tomorrow to send that pre-order email out so people on the list know that it's available for like pre-order. But yeah, I've decided the first batch is going to be between 20 and 30 units. I've got parts because one of the components is between both mechanical and pneumatic, and that's the one with the longest lead time, the pad. So I've got material on the way for pads. I'll get those machines sent to heat treat, and then everything else is it's either small or very quick turnaround. So I can just make as needed for those.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then on the anchor point note, we're going to be adding blank pallets and accessories to the website in the very near future.
Ooh, cool.
Yes, which also leads into the fact that I need an A1 Mini.
Okay. Buy two.
Yes.
I'll take one. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's actually none in the country at the moment. Stock's arriving end of the month, and I think I'm gonna buy it with the AMS Lite so that I can do color changes for the anchor point little protector, like dust cover things, which also shoots out quite excitingly because they've got a seal in them, so the friction fits into the pad, and then when you unclamp, it goes doing out into the roof. It's great. So yeah,
Did we
those. Yeah.
did we talk about the little palette changer for the AMS lights, or not the AMS? Sorry, the
Yes, I think we did. I don't know
A5.
when, but yeah, I'm basically buying one of those as well and
Okay,
stacking it
well
with at least 4 build
we'll link
plates.
it
Yeah.
in the
I've
show
got,
notes because
yeah, link it
it's
in the show
cool.
notes because I literally have one in my cart on AliExpress.
It's pretty cool. It's like it swaps the whole plate on the printer and it does it with the printer's like
Yeah, the printer's
existing
kinematics.
mechanical system. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. I kind of want it just for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I want it for it. My mate's boss runs one and just prints stuff for their drones like nonstop. So like you queue up 10 prints and leave it. So I want to do that for the go no go gauges is one of the accessories that's going on the site. So it's got a dowel and one of my locating pins. So when you're making blank pallets, you can check the fit of the locating holes. So if the green pin goes in, you're good. If the red one goes in, you've blown the tolerance basically. So the green must go, the red mustn't. I want to print those 2 colors automatically. And then there's the little covers for the top. And then I want to print insert things to stop coolant going in the bolt holes.
Makes sense.
So those all just go as accessories. They'll also all be available for free on the website in the CAD pack. So if anyone wants the models, you just go purchase the CAD pack for free, and you get emailed all the models.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah. It's got all the palette models, all that stuff's in there, and it'll keep getting updated. So like every time it's updated, you just go buy it again for free, and then you get it. But yeah, so I want to buy an A1 Mini for that reason. It's going to go over there next to the Beefcake because the Beefcake's annoying me.
They're ridiculously inexpensive for what they are.
They're stupid cheap. Like here they are. So they're a little bit more expensive in sunny South Africa, Ripple land.
Sure.
It is 1045. Fuck it, close enough. $600 with the AMS light.
Okay. Yeah.
For the A1 Mini, it is what it is. I can get it for without the AMS. No, wait, 7's up there. $420.
Yeah,
it's
that's
stupidly
so
cheap.
expensive.
My mate Dave's got one. He came past with some prints of that thing. I'm like, dude, you just send stuff and it prints and it fits. Like, it's really, really well dialed in. So I want to be lazy and have one of those that can just print parts for me, and I don't have to really stress about it.
I know that it like part of me wants to buy like something that lasts for a bajillion years, and then part of me is like, this is the disposable camera of printers. Buy like, it feeds into the consumerism, just buy it and throw it away kind of thing.
You buy something that's going to last you 10 years. In 10 years, the technology has changed so much.
100%. 100%.
That machine is five and a half years old. Dude, it's fucking hilariously outdated. It still prints well, but it requires a lot of effort. Whereas the bamboo stuff, you just send to slicer, send to part, to printer, done. And that, totally. I'm looking for easiness on that one. So I've been looking at that. Also,
nice.
Regarding the pneumatic intrusive thoughts for work holding, I was thinking of making a soft jaw that is a pneumatic cylinder / vise. So you have a fixed soft jaw on your like 4-inch Curt vise or whatever, and then you have a moving soft jaw that goes psh, 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 psh. So it's effectively just a cylinder that just pushes it forward a little bit and runs on like what are those things called? Shoulder bolts. So it would be an op one pneumatic work holding option. But basically the jaw would be a cylinder. So it just goes out like 3 millimeters and then pushes back. 3 millimeters just to clamp with like castle grips or something.
For what purpose? I'm not following.
For op one pneumatic work holding. So just putting it in a 4-inch vise instead of buying a pneumatic vise. Like making it as a cheap option, But
I see. Okay, I got you.
Your surface area of the cylinder is not that great.
Yeah, fair.
You're not going to have a shitload of holding force. But again, depends what you're doing.
Yeah.
And Jamie and his intrusive thoughts.
Dude, they're dangerous. They're dangerous.
They're very, very dangerous. Like very dangerous. So, tell me about your DGR.
So I haven't bought it yet, but I'm pretty certain because I want. It leads kind of into my Google box, but I kind of want a video camera just because I like video. But no other reason than I like video.
Yeah,
And so I was gonna buy a new phone because my phone's getting a little outdated now, a lot outdated. But I hate the phone thing of like you need to get a new
yeah,
phone every year. So I was looking at the what do they call them? Fair phones, I think. The ones that you can swap every single part out.
yeah,
Because like for most of my purpose, I need a phone for like phone reasons. Like I
yeah.
don't
Yeah,
Instagram, I suppose. Like it's nice to have good cameras for that. But for the most part, like I don't need to be buying a new phone every 2 years. Like
exactly.
honestly, I thought about going to a dumb phone, like a flip phone.
Yeah,
It's just like it. That's just like, anyways. So for cameras, I've been looking at a few different types of cameras. Or looking at some of the Black Magic stuff, which are freaking sick. Kind of want one of those
they
cameras.
are.
Yeah, and I was also looking at the DJI Osmo cameras because they honestly get some pretty goddamn good reviews for having like
They
a
do.
1 inch CMOS sensor
Yeah.
and a gimbal. Like they're not all that expensive.
The
I
only
was like,
yeah, the only issue with those is their screen's so small you can't see if you're out of focus.
yeah, that is true. But like most of my stuff is like what I use it for is just like B-roll or talking heads. So
Yes.
it's like it's not a huge issue for me, and it's short enough clips that like I'm like, oh, I'll just reshoot that one.
Yeah. No, 100%.
And like having the like bigger sensor for lower light and just anyways. So I was looking at those, and then I also got wind that the 4 is being released because I was gonna buy a 3 off of like Marketplace because I'm sure someone
Yeah.
got one for Christmas that they don't want and I could get it for a steal. And then I realized the 4 is coming out. Like they already have like the FCC filings for it and everything,
Okay.
and now there's been leaked like images of the box. So I was like, oh, I just probably just wait. So yeah, so I might wait on that. So I'm not a big fan of DJI. I didn't like what they did with their whole drone thing, but I gotta hand it to them when it comes to those
Their
cameras
camera
because
stuff, dude.
their
Yeah.
gimbals and cameras are insane.
I
Especially
watched
their
a
big stuff. If you
thing.
start looking at their
Oh,
huge
yeah.
like Steadicam rigs, it's like wow, impressive.
No, they know what they're doing in that space. Unlike GoPro. I watched a thing the other day on GoPro's
Oh
inevitable downfall, and I was
yeah.
like, yeah, that was could have been predicted from the beginning just by how it was run. But yeah, interesting nonetheless. I mean, I've got a bunch
Mm.
of GoPros. I gave them a whole pile of money. But I am seriously considering the Meta glasses. The
Oh, I
video
was
off
looking
of
at
them
those
is
too. Yeah.
not horrible, and then
Yep.
I can film by myself. Like it's on my fucking melon. So yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
seriously considering a pair of those. Would also be kind of cool to shoot IMTS footage with that
Mm.
of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
boosts
fair.
and stuff because then it's what you're looking at. Like it's
Yeah.
actually what you're looking at. And yeah, but anyway, I don't know what the disclosure stories about that would be, but it's yeah, I'll walk around like a nerd with glasses. I don't mind.
I was watching a thing about how they said like a lot of those like glasses that look like glasses but are also shooting video, just how it's
Yeah,
going to change the way humans interact because people are going to be like, "What? I'm being
yeah,
filmed by you." It's like this is creepy now.
yeah.
So, yeah, it was
No,
interesting.
100%. It is an interesting thing. Like it's, I wanted more for doing like setup videos and things like that in the workshop or making
Sure.
tutorials, things like that. Like that's what I wanted for. But it could be very interesting for shooting footage at like a show or something.
Yeah.
Like put a big shirt. I'm recording you, bitches, so that they at least know that they're being recorded.
Jamie's Jamie's POV channel.
Yes, there we go. Speaking of IMTS, our Patreons are making the wheels on the train go round and round,
Ooh.
as well as helping us get to IMTS when we're going to kidnap Curt, because he doesn't know this yet, but he's coming with. Um,
Oh.
but yeah, the patrons help make the wheels on the podcast go round and round, and they're all greatly appreciated, especially our top tier Patreons. Jade from Benchmark 20, Luke from Fabtastic, who I actually hung out with on Friday night on the Taps and Patience
Sick.
Discord. Yeah. AJ from Subtract Manufacturing and 31 other companies, EJ from Nocturnal Welding, Jason S., the Aussie Machinist, Christian Olsen, Charles White, Carl from Cursed Machine, Matt from Off-World Gear, and Alex B. Thank you to you and all the other Patreons. And yeah, we look forward to having a meetup with Curt at IMTS. No pressure,
Dude,
Curt.
it's not happening. I'm not
It's
going. It's too
happening.
scary right now.
Kidnap.
Too scary. No,
Oh, don't worry.
they're already doing that.
We will. Yeah, no. We'll discuss this after the show because Danica
Yeah.
has raised some concerns as well
Yeah, fair.
about some of the shit that's vying on there. But anyway, thank you, patrons,
Yeah.
and Oh yeah,
Thank
they
you.
also get the after show where we would discuss other things. Don't know what we're discussing today. I don't think it's going to be jet trains again. Although there was
Probably
another
not.
video
No.
from that channell.
Oh, well, maybe it will be
Yes.
trains then. Buckle up,
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, back up. This is going to be good.
Oh,
Misspelling that.
actually, I have a little micro train video that we can share. This is actually really
Oh,
cool, and it's
nice.
not totally to do with trains. And it's to do with a YouTube guy. So I'll put micro train so I don't forget.
Okay, cool. So after show is going to be about cool things and micro trains.
Yeah.
So, how are you helping advance the AI takeover?
Okay, so I was messing with chat for a while, and I've always had the free tier, and I've always kind of been a bit against chat just because of the whole everything. There's 1,000 reasons to hate AIs, and I mean I want to hate them, but I also don't want them to know I hate them because once they take over, I don't want to be the first
Exactly.
in line for the rapings.
Yeah.
Or at least they'll treat me gentler because I say please and thank you. And besides the point, I ended up buying a paid plan for chat just because
Okay.
like I use it frequently enough for like coding and for like just the dumbest like dealing with data that I don't want to like have to comb through. It's
Yep.
and unfortunately like now I just leave it open on my desktop because I'm like, well, I have it, I'm going to use it, and just like I'm using it so much. I am heating the planet for all of
Yep.
us. So
Don't worry, my
sorry,
lovely
friends.
wife's been doing the same. She's been developing a Java course and been using Chat and Notepad LM or Notebook
Yeah.
LM to develop to like make some of the test papers for her
I
because
I
it's
feel
much easier to just have it do that.
dude, I feel like it's gonna be the have and the have nots in the next like X amount of years of like if you use it
Well, it's
against
going
your
to
morals or
be.
whatever and don't like it's
I think
weird.
it's going to be the can use it competently and cannot use it competently. I think that's going to be
Sure.
the. You need to realize it's lying to you and not trust anything it says. But for
Yeah.
stupid work like processing a bunch of data, it's perfect. I wouldn't. If it told me the sky was blue, I'd go outside and check. Like,
Well, of
yeah,
course.
like I don't
But
trust the fuck
like
all. But Danica's been using it now to help with the course she's developing because it's passing through a whole. Like, she's like, here's the presentation. Create a create a test that's going to take the guys 3 hours to complete, and then ChatGPT gave her 3 questions. There's your test. So she put it through Notepad LM, and it gave her
yeah.
an actual exam.
Yeah, like
And then obviously she
it's
still went through it and checked everything because you have to, but it can get the
totally.
bulk of the work done for you.
Well, and it's insane what like sometimes like I was doing some photo work, and I would tell it to render me a photo, and I was like, I like that photo. I'm not going to use your photo because the
Yeah,
resolution isn't high enough and it's a little sloppy, like AI sloppy. So I'm like, tell me exactly what you did. Like, how did you process my image to get that? And this is the software I'm using. And it's like, oh, okay, this is exactly the steps and the filters and the effects I did. And it's like, oh, okay. I'm like, I'm not super proficient in like Photoshop. But
yeah,
when you like list me 60 steps of how you did, or not 60, but like 8 steps of how you did it, I'm like, oh, I can get an incredibly similar result to that. And it took me 15 minutes. And like,
yeah,
I didn't use my brain to scour the internet for 6 hours trying to learn how to use this pro. It's just like, that's where
exactly.
there's value in it for me,
Yeah.
anyways.
No, that's where I think there's value for a lot of people, but I think there's also the AI buzzwords shooting around right now, like with Danica having been down in Cape Town dealing with
Hmm.
the short dick dude who wants everything to be done by AI. He's a
Yeah.
moron. He's an absolute fucking idiot, and thinks that what he's
Yeah.
asking ChatGPT is private, which is fucking hilarious. And he's like, he's
Yeah.
got he's got ChatGPT to generate art. He's trying to sell the art in his estate agent place, and it's like, dude, you do realize that's in the public domain, right? He's like, no, what do you mean? He's like, you clearly didn't read the end user agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot. Please, forget to breathe. But yeah, there's a lot of people
Yeah.
who are just like AI for fucking no reason.
Yeah. And it's funny how like I made a few posts about it, and like a ton of like people that work in like IT have just like come out of the woodwork and talked to me, and they're like, dude, they're like, I work for so many companies. They're like, we'll just get AI to do it. They're like, no,
Yeah,
no, like it's not how this works yet. Like it kind of helps, but like we're also just gonna like there's still value in someone knowing what they're doing as opposed to just letting a robot try to do it all.
Just do what
You
HP
have to,
does and wait 15 minutes to answer the phone so that people will try to fix it themselves.
yeah, it's like it's wild.
No, dude, the AR story is really frustrating. Like everyone thinks it's the answer to everything, and it really isn't. But I think you were saying a few weeks back about people potentially looking at supporting companies that specifically say they don't use AR.
Yeah, I don't know if it was me, but I know Steam does it.
Yeah.
Steam has like little things on their games, like this game was created with AI, and it's like, yeah, like I'm starting to realize.
So Larry and Studio, the guys who made Bearfucker 5000, Baldur's Gate, they specifically put a statement saying that they will not be using generative AI to generate concept art. But there's nothing stopping their concept artists from going home, generating a bunch of ideas with thing, and then coming to work. You can't stop it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they saying, no, we're not, in our corporate environment, we are not generating concept art and then iterating on it. We still have concept artists. Because you could very quickly get rid of concept artists. Because just say, ChatGPT, make me a concept art about this, and get a relatively good result.
Totally. So, and it's like,
we definitely live in an interesting time.
Well, and we're standing on the precipice right now of something that's absolutely, like, we have no idea. Like remember like the Will Smith eating spaghetti? Like, remember how that changed from a year ago or like whatever, a couple of years ago to now? Like now it's creepy close to, I mean, you can still tell it's not human, but in a year from now, you're not going to know. Like you're not.
The most frustrating thing to me right now is Instagram's like, how to tell if a video is fake. And there's like a guy jumping in, like throwing a unicorn floaty thing in a pool and then jumping into it. It's like, look at the splashes. And then he like takes off and flies like, this is real. I'm like, fuck off now. Like, just go away. Like even 5-minute crafts on Instagram are winding me up. I'm like, I see it and like I see them doing something stupid, so then I watch it because I want to see what stupid they're doing. I'm like, no, Jamie, turn it off. Like they're baiting me in by showing me something dumb, and I'm falling for it. It's very frustrating.
Totally. Yeah,
but that's it. The most valuable resource on this planet is human attention.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
No, that's. I doubt you've listened to Lean Built this week.
No, I have not.
Okay, Pearson was saying him and his wife sitting having a conversation in the morning, that afternoon getting served ads, and Andrew had a thing to say about that. Yeah, it might not be as straightforward as that because your friends might have mentioned it to you, then you discuss it with your wife, and then you're more perceptive to actually seeing the adverts for it because it's in the front of your mind. And I was like, that's a valid point, but it's definitely fucking listening. I know because I've got cousin people. The dude's 16, his sister's 19, I think. And every time he's on his phone, she walks past and shouts the most deranged shit, and he gets adverts for it. It's brilliant. Like he'll be playing on his phone and his sister will just walk past and just the most deranged things, like definitely not podcast friendly things. And then that'll start popping up on his ads. Like we actually had quite a long discussion about it. I'm like, your sister's a savage.
Back in the day before algorithms were really good, I would seed algorithms because you'd always get ads on the side of Google back in the day of like pictures and stuff. And I was like, I don't want to see like whatever drug of choice ad or vehicle ads. So I would just like search a bunch of things that I was super interested in. Like, let's say I just whatever jets or something. I would just search it for like an hour. And then like for the next few weeks, I would just have beautiful pictures of all these jets. It wasn't jet. It was probably girls. I was probably searching girls. Anyways, besides the point, I'd have nice pictures to look at instead of like 100%. Stupid ads about a Ford Focus that I don't want to buy. So now it's smart.
Now it's gotten a bit smarter. I was actually chatting to one of my customers this week about TikTok because Danica gets like sucked into that stupid app. And my customer's wife was saying, he was saying, no, he's not really into TikTok. I'm like, dude, that app is the devil. Like straight up, you will open that app, having never used it. Within 10 minutes, you are doom scrolling because it is only showing you what you want to see. And it's not because, you clicked and liked it. No, you looked at the picture for 0.2 of a second longer than the rest. So it starts showing you more of that. It is creepy as hell. Like, it is super, super creepy.
Not to derail, to get right back on the machining. Thing, I've been messing with this. So if people are on the camera, I don't know if you can focus on that. So Jamie sent me these lovely little the unit, which is a little proper ruler called the real 2-inch ruler. I was trying to see. So you have engravings on here. You have centimeter engravings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
and millimeter.
Then you have, yeah. So I'm trying to figure out. So the one says 1.066.
Yes.
And then 2.132. Or
yes.
I'm trying to figure out how the logic is, because like 0.066 or 0.0066 is the conversion factor between millimeters and inches. So I'm trying to figure out the lasering you did on this.
No, that's the standard length of a banana. It's fractions of a standard banana.
Okay.
I googled the average length of a banana, and it is in divisions of an average banana. That's why the scale has a banana next to it. Where, like, at the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense, because on your
imperializers.
Imperializer, you use banana, but banana is actually imperial units, and on here, banana is actually bananas. This makes sense. That's why it's 0.26 of a banana.
Yes,
I got it now. Okay, I was sitting here. I sat there for like. I sat there last night, or like Saturday night at like 2 a.m. I just ended up coming in the shop, and I was looking at this thing, and I was like, "What the fuck is Jamie on?" I'm like, I can't make heads or tails of this. I'm like, what is he talking about? I'm like, 6 thou per mil. That's not even close. And I'm like, he's dumb. I'm like, what is he doing? Bananas.
Yes, perfect. It's average length of banana. Sense. I can't remember what it was.
Banana. I mean, average banana is, I don't know. Depends. Like we said, depends.
7 to 8 inches. I can't remember what. I think 7.5. Yeah, I can't remember what the actual conversion is, but I did Google it, and that's how it got calculated out. So that's millimeters to banana.
Okay, well, that's a large banana. I would say large in my opinion, but
bananas here are pretty big.
They are
in Africa. The bananas are very big. But yeah, that's in bananas. I actually must get another batch of those laser cut. I'm sending laser cutting off this week.
I have to develop a form or something like that so we can send all the Patreons, and I will send everybody one of these lovely Jamie banana rulers, because you sent me a gang of them, and they're a cool keychain made out of stainless, lasered in.
Yeah, there's 3 different versions of them. I actually want to tweak the way they do the lasering. I actually want to specify where the lead in and lead out are, because you see the one corner is ground off because they tabbed them out there, and I had to grind the freaking thing off, so I just ground a 45 on it.
Okay, I was trying to figure out why there's a 45. I was like, there's probably a reason.
Jamie came out and it like projected, and I didn't want to fuck the end up, so I just put a 45 on all the ends.
Yeah, looks cool. It's kind of like a little flathead. I like it. It's usable. Yeah.
I definitely haven't bent them taking 5C collets in and out of my machines, because it fits in a 5C collet split.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I should sharpen this little bevel on it. Anyways, besides the point.
Yes. Cool. But yeah, bananas per millimeter is the ratio.
Answers the question. That was troubling my mind. That's why it's sitting on my desk, so I could ask you.
So, my Masso arrived. Well, not my customer's Masso. Yes. Very quickly. Also, 7,000 Rand worth of fucking import duties.
Ooh, that's up there.
Between $425 import duties and
yikes.
Yeah, my ass is still a bit sore. But it's here. And I now know how much it actually costs to fucking buy one, so I can quote the next customer appropriately. Because I have a meeting tomorrow with the next customer.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yes, because Jamie does retrofits on a regular basis now, apparently. Who would have fucking guessed? So the Masso arrived. Looks really cool. I haven't powered it on, but fucking I'm sure it'll power on. And then I went to the guys I did the 5-axis work for in December.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to know about retrofitting either their 3-axis router or their neighbor's one that's fucked. So they might buy that, and then we retrofit it with a new controller. But that one, I ended up spending like 3 hours there the other day. We can retrofit the existing router, but the servos are can open servos. They don't seem to support step direction, which is all that the Masso does. So 3 working servos need to get pulled off the machine, and I've got to put new servos in. So that obviously pushes the price up. The other machine has got Yaskawa drives on its 4 axes. One axis is a tool changer. But those I can put into step direction mode or pulse sine mode and run them off the Masso. So I've got a meeting with them tomorrow to discuss options. Do they want to buy that machine, move it in? I come in, I gut the thing, I start rewiring it, we see what we need, and then we go from there. Or do we retrofit the existing machine, but then they're without a machine for a while? Do they want to add capability or upgrade capability? It's basically the conversation I get to have with them tomorrow. But yeah, the most expensive part of that is going to be labor, by far.
Fair, yeah.
Mostly because they're an hour and a half from my house. And I'm going to have to stay there while I'm literally just going to quote for accommodation while I'm there and just stay in the town for 2 or 3 days instead of commuting back and forth. Mostly because I don't want to put all those Ks on my bucky. Like, screw that. I'll just jaw there for a few days. The only problem is it messes with everything else that's going on. So it definitely needs to be worth my time to go there. But yeah, I got to look at a bunch of cool machines. Like these oaks have a graveyard of routers. And not cheapy routers, like nice routers. Because they're from like 2000, 2002, around that era. And a drive will go, but now the agent's no longer in South Africa. So they can't go to the agent, and then they try and get out to fix it, and it's just a shit show. So I'm like, this VFD is fucked. Yeet, throw a new VFD in it. The servos are all still working. We can communicate with these servers. We pull the can open bullshit off, reset the drives to pulse and sine, and I'm not like that one. If we go that route, I'm not going to buy the touchscreen Masso. I'm just going to buy the G3, and there's a keyboard and mouse stand in the cabinet. A pull-out tray for it. They can just use that. Whereas the other ones, I'm going to use the G3 Touch because it looks fucking cool.
Yeah, it does look cool.
I like it. Yeah, it's a really nice controller. But yeah, we're gonna fuck around with that. And then on the lovely topic of retrofitting things I should not be retrofitting. Yeah, my grinder's getting retrofitted to be CNC.
Because we talked about.
We talked about
CNCing it. Yes,
we spoke about CNCing it, but I don't want to buy a 7C81 for it because I don't need all that functionality. I don't need, I think it's 54 I/O. Like I literally don't need that. So I found a project using the Raspberry Pi's GPIO. A guy made a breakout board that works specifically with the 5-axis breakout board. So I'm just going to buy 2 of those. I'm doing mine and someone else's grinder. Raspberry Pi 5. GPIO hat to the 5-axis breakout board, done. It does simple limits, spindle control. It does the bare minimum that you need for like a CNC router or grinder, and is about half the price of a C87, C81. The shipping's a bit rough because it's from the US, but yeah, the shipping's like 1,000 Rand, so the shipping's like $70, and the rest of the order is like $90. So it's mostly shipping, but that's fine. It comes, the guy's got pre-done configs, so I can literally just burn the thing, pull the configs in, and then tweak it for what I need. So it was interesting diving down that rabbit hole. Jacob had some concerns about timing. I'm like, dude, I ain't doing fuck all. Someone else has done the legwork. Like, I'm not worried about step timing on this. Someone else has done the legwork. It works. It's a grinder. It doesn't have to be overkill.
I see. You're not pushing HSM toolpaths through a grinder, so
exactly.
You're not going to hit timing issues. Yeah.
It's gonna so the Z-axis will always be enabled. The enable pin will just be tied high or low, or whatever it fucking needs. The X and Y will be on the enable. So, or I'll probably actually have them on their own toggle that I can just toggle them into hand mode. I can move the machine around, like surface something, enable the motor, like put them in the 0 position, enable them, 0 them off, with no home switches, so just little indicator flags, and then I'm good to go and I can run my program.
Yeah.
So I was having a chat to the guy I'm doing that for. I had a chat to him today because I was working out a costing for him, and he's like, "What about labor?" I'm like, "Don't stress, I'm doing mine. I'll just do yours same time. You give me enough work that he gives me enough work, like easy work that I don't mind."
Sure.
It's like now we've got a bunch of work queued up. Like simple stuff takes me 20 minutes to machine, and we're charging him for like an hour and a half of machining. So it's like fucking, you give me enough work, I don't mind like sorting this out for you. It's one of those. It's the Dutchman squeeze box guys who give me way too much stuff.
Fair.
Yeah. Okay, so
nice.
Lasers.
Dude, I'm so locked into lasers. So
technically you have 3 now.
Do I?
CO2,
Yeah, I do have
diode,
three.
and
Yeah, yeah.
fiber. Yeah,
Yeah, I
two
do have. I do
machines,
have.
three lasers.
I do have the trifecta of lasers. Yeah, so the little fiber has been actually working better, and I thought I did some deep engraving into brass. I have some bronze coming today. I have some titanium. Well, I have titanium everywhere.
Did you post a picture of the engraving of the
I
coin
did.
you did?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes. Okay. I thought I
yeah,
saw it. Oh, yeah. I thought
yeah.
I
And
saw
I
you
need
post
like
something.
yeah, and I needed some. I need content for that whole
Yeah.
brand deal to work out. So I was going to do this, and my deal with them is since I do so much work in titanium, they're like, "Could you do work in titanium?" I'm like, "Yeah." Can your machine run for like 30 hours
Yeah.
continuously? Because that's what it's going to take. And they're like, "Yeah, no sweat." I was like, "Okay, sweet, yeah, I'll do it. Sure, why
Okay.
not?" Um, so, anyways, I'm going to do some work in titanium, but yeah, the brass work kind of blew me away. I was pretty impressed with the kind of features you can get for, and these are cheap-ish machines, like
How
$2,000-3,000 machines.
how deep did you end up going in the brass?
I think it's about 2 millimeters deep. So decent.
Okay, I need you to please send me that file
Yeah,
or
sure.
your
Yeah.
settings because
Yeah, yeah,
I've
yeah.
got to I've got to sorry, what the hell? I've got to mill something because I can't engrave it deep enough, and I think it's just a settings issue.
Yeah, just I mean, basically, it's for brass, almost as low as frequency you can go, and pretty heavy on the power, and a bajillion passes. Like,
Okay, yeah, so the
just
normal
just let her.
recipe.
Yeah, it just takes fucking ages, and that's the thing
Yeah,
is
that's
like,
right. It can take forever.
yeah, like, and I will probably honestly seeing the value in fibers now. I'm already looking at like between 60 and 100 watt units because it's just
Nice.
for my work. It's gonna be I will use it for a million things, and
Yes.
anyways, yeah, so I've been pissing around with that, having a load of fun with that. Like I said, bronze is coming and do some work in that. And I was actually talking with chat. That's one thing I was using it for is thermal coefficients of materials. And the reason brass lasers so well is because it transfers heat so well. So it
Okay.
basically ablades the material and gets rid of the
Yeah.
heat. Titanium doesn't. It doesn't transfer heat at all. So you tend to get a lot of remelt, which is why it lasers really poorly. But you can do it. You just have to change things around, frequencies and power factors and whatnot. So yeah, I'll do some testing of that. And then on the other laser front, the laser scanning, I've been fucking with that because I've been wanting to get higher accuracy scans. And technically, this laser that I have should be able to do it. And I finally found settings that are like decent, like enough where I'm pulling the features off a coin
Okay.
to
Jeez.
the level I want. Yeah, like I have
Yes,
a little.
I saw your story of that.
Yeah, it's like a little
Yeah.
Canadian dollar coin, old coin, big silver coin. But yeah, I was able to pull like there's a goose on it, and I was able to pull details out of the feathers from the goose. And I mean, we're
Oh
talking
wow.
like thou, like yeah,
Yeah.
maybe like tiny features. So I'm really happy with that. So that's been nice because that's kind of I like that thing, but I was like the features are kind of like the specs aren't. They say it should do this, and I wasn't able to get it to do it, and
Yeah.
I finally found settings that worked. So
Okay.
that was nice. What I'm
Nice.
going to use it for, I don't freaking
Who
know, but I
knows?
have it now. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you've got it.
Uh,
You can scan every
yeah,
pen, so you have a digital twin of it.
yeah, exactly. Take me ages to do it, but why not? Yeah, I have some really weird ideas that I've wanted to do. I wanted to like put a piece of clay around a pen and then like mold it perfectly to my hand and then scan that negative and then
Oh, jeez.
machine
Okay.
like a pen that fit perfectly into my hand. Just dumb stuff like that, like for my own curiosity. And I think it would make a cool YouTube video. Um, So yeah, I've been playing with lasers because the machine was running for a day, so I had lots of time
Yeah.
to dork around with this stuff.
Nice.
And last thing that I will touch on, and then we can jump into the other things because we're already running long. Is
Yeah.
or I guess we'll hit your last topic.
We've got one more. It's a
Um,
very interesting topic.
do you want to go first?
No,
Or do you
no,
want me to carry on?
do your one
Okay.
first. Don't stress. I'll bait people with that for next week. I don't mind.
So moon. So I've been pissing around with some lunar textures for reasons. But I figured out you can go online and you can download pretty much any image off the moon that's been mapped. And like it blew my mind to realize A, the detail we have of the moon, and B, the detail that we don't have of the moon, and C, how freaking big the moon is. Like
Hmm.
like I don't have a sense of scale. So I looked up the Apollo 11 site. That's where we landed on the moon, allegedly. I believe it, but some don't.
Some people don't. That's
Fuck yeah.
their hang up, not yours.
It's your prerogative. Yeah. So I looked up the Apollo 11 site, and like there's one image from that I had a bunch of stories on, and it's shot from about 500 kilometers over the surface, and it's pretty. Like it looks really nice. It's one image that I'm using for a lot of things, and you can use, like, if you have a good pair of binoculars or a small telescope, you'll be able to see the features here, where it's like a couple craters, and you can kind of map your way to the Apollo 11 site, and you can tell where we landed on the moon, which is super cool. But the really cool thing is they had like a low orbiter that flew over the moon and mapped it down to like a 15 centimeter resolution for certain areas. And I think it's the Apollo 17 site. You can pull up images on that. So I pulled up one of the images and downloaded it. And it's like, are you sure you want to download this? I'm like, yeah, it's an image. Why do I care? And it's like, it's 1 gig. I'm like, oh, I'm like, that's a big image.
Yeah.
So I downloaded it and opened it, and it's one strip because it's flying over, obviously. And you can zoom into the Apollo 17 site and see like rover tracks and like footprint, and yeah, you can see the lander, really, and like cool. It's so cool to be able to see, to be like, and then you start zooming out and you start referencing that with other images, and you're like, the moon is freaking huge. Like, it's not huge, the Earth is huge, but like, in my head, small. It was always like, in my head, it was always small. And then I realized, I'm like, okay, this crater that I'm looking at that looks like, tiny on my screen, I'm like, that's 8 kilometers across. It's like, no wonder we can't see people on it. Like, do you know how close you have to be to see that kind of resolution? That's what people are like on Earth are like, why can't you see the astronauts standing on there with a telescope? It's like, you don't realize how big the moon is and how far away it is. Like, it's
Wallace and Gromit is not an accurate depiction of the moon.
Yeah, like, to actually have a sense of scale of how everything works now, I'm like, wow. I'm like, I knew it was big, but like, it's interesting. It's a planet. So, I mean, it's not a planet, it's a moon, but it's a planet, whatever. I've been geeking out on that hard.
It's really cool. Like, it is really
so cool.
Speaking of the moon, have you watched the movie Moon?
I have
2009.
Not.
Very slow burn movie, but very good sci-fi. Very, very good. Just real slow burn. Like, I watched the thing on how they did some of the effects, but it's a really good movie. So yes, my last topic here. I had a chat to WD Hearn, specifically Dylan at WD Hearn. And he phoned me with a price on a Zappo or a Sino SVT 600, which is their drill tap center.
Okay.
600
I'm
millimeters
looking at it right now.
X. But good luck with that.
I found it.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Maybe I didn't. Carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, no, there's bugger all on the internet. You might find 1 or 2 posts like on Facebook and things. Anyway, 15 kVA machine. I'm like, weird. Siemens controller, slightly bigger motors on X, Y, and Z. Same size spindle motor as my machine. 20,000 RPM BBT spindle.
Ooh, that's nice.
With the chiller. So 20K all day.
Nice.
Take a guess on the price. He actually double-checked his maths and then went to his boss and like, have I fucked this up? Because he didn't believe the price.
Tell me, what's it?
Landed, excluding sales tax, for $44,000.
That's cheap. That's cheap. That's almost
they're bringing one
cheap.
in for shits and giggles. Kind of earmarked for me, but shits and giggles.
Interesting.
Yeah. Siemens, with all the options that I currently have, I believe, on the thing, 21 tool ATC. I've got the docs if you want to have a look at them. But yeah, very cool machine. So yeah, I'm gonna, when it arrives, I'll go look at it in Cape Town and hopefully be in a position to be like, wait, send it, friends, because technically it would fit in the garage. Technically,
nice.
I would probably have to take the vase off my workbench because there's like 20 mils to spare. No, it wouldn't fit in my current. It could fit, but it wouldn't fit in my current setup. I'd have to build my new shop, but that is the plan for this year anyway.
I like that when you're like, yeah, it would fit my shop. I just have to take my belt off to get past it. It's like, Jesus.
It technically would fit. Very interesting. Like, I got all the specs and stuff on the machine, and it's a beast. Like, pretty much on par with the LK, or a little bit better than the LK. 21 tool servo turret and all the fancinesses. And BBT, which is kind of cool.
That's cheap, yeah. Tool holders might be a pain in the ass, but
thing is, you can run non-BBT in a BBT spindle.
I guess, yeah.
You can't run BBT in a non-BBT spindle. Yes, that way
Yeah.
around. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. They might bring one in for Machines South Africa. I don't know. I also got lead times and all that fun stuff on them. So yeah, we'll see when it's here. I'll go visit them in Cape Town and see. But like it's
Cool.
got
I'm
the
interested. Yeah.
measuring module and the network drive module. Like I actually googled what all the modules were that came as options on it, and yeah, looks like a
Hmm.
beast of a machine. Like
Cool.
looks very
Yeah.
similar to the Nakamura. Just saying,
Yeah. Yeah.
extremely similar.
I
So
bet there's a lot of
yeah, I
weirdness going on there.
wouldn't be surprised. So, what is in your Google box?
The Google box is hold on, I'm dragging some of our boxes around. Cinema cameras, because like I said, been looking
Yes.
at cinema cameras. If anybody has one, like, and you wanna hit me up. Uh Ruby spheres, because I'm
Yes, I
gonna
saw.
include some Ruby in this. Yeah, so I bought some Ruby. I got some 5mm Ruby. It was cheap.
Making new tips for your
Because
probe.
no, not quite, but they're going to be just on this little coin project I'm working on. But like, I was going to buy, so I looked at getting Ruby spheres, just synthetically created,
Yeah,
and the price, I was like, I'm like, those are not cheap. They're quite expensive for like a pack. So then I found these, which are really cheap, and I'm like, they're not, obviously they're not metrology grade. So I had to measure them all, and they all deviate by like 5/10 or a thou. So it's kind of annoying for production, for
yeah,
what I'm going to use it for. But for testing, like, yeah, the price was like
compelling.
dollars each, as opposed to like more than that each. So yeah, I'm gonna have those. They're cool because they fluoresce under UV, so I have a UV light, so I lit them up and they're all glowing, kind of look cool. And then my,
Uh,
I'm googling. Do we have a restaurant that sells like it's like a beef saute soup, and I love these. It's such a good soup. Anyways, my wife's coworkers, they're like, oh, if he likes that, he'll like this. And there's this restaurant. It's called Faux King. Um, so yeah, so uh, yeah, so they're.
nice.
I was laughing because I was like, I want some of that Faux King soup. So I think I'm gonna.
The,
I and
the,
it's close enough that I can skip the dishes it to me because some of these restaurants
ah,
are too far away. So I might have that for lunch one day here. So anyways,
nice.
that's in my Google box.
Yeah, we had a Chinese place called the Tong Lock, and my dad decided to rename it to the Long Cock.
I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's common sense. Yeah,
How about
so
yours?
the brakes on the Land Rover started making horrible noises when I picked Danica up from the airport. So I went to my
Ooh.
brother-in-law's house. I'm like, hey, bro, we need to sort these out. So I went and bought brake pads, and we were about to change them, pulled the wheels off. He's like, hang on, bro. I remember there being a trick or something. So we turned to Professor YouTube. Dude, you pull two little dust caps off, unscrew the caliper sliding ball, like the sliding pins, pull the caliper off,
Yeah.
swap the pads, put it back on, tighten the two screws, and you're done. Like you need a 7 millimeter
Hmm.
Allen key because some fucking illiterate was involved. But other than that, it freaking like took us 10 minutes to change the brake pads on the Land Rover, which was really
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Yeah, so the
Nice.
Land Rover brakes were still in my Google box. Then I was looking on DIY electronics for Raspberry Pis because PissHop doesn't have stock. So was trying to find other local places. Anyone locally looking to buy electronics things, if you want, hit me up. I'll give you a list of all the shops I frequent. But DIY electronics.co.za has got pretty good specials. Usually they do like a couple sales a year on 3D printer spares, and they do weird filaments. And then looking for a presentation remote for Danica because she's going to need to do slideshows.
Mm.
So she wants a little wireless dingus. And then the movie Tenant, really fucking good. I feel like it didn't garner the praise it deserved when it came out. I mean, I put off watching it because I'm like, heard the reviews were kind of mixed. Dude, that movie is so freaking amazing. I actually want to watch it again. I
Cool.
thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay.
Really, really well written, really well executed. The storyline's awesome, yeah. Like, and you realize 2/3 of the movie, three, like, oh, that's what's happening. And yeah, it's really,
Cool.
really cool. It's got some really interesting concepts. So yeah, worth a watch. It's 3 hours, but flipping worth a watch. And don't like half-ass watch it. Sit and watch it
Okay. I will add it to my list.
because yeah, it requires focus to actually know what's going on because the storyline vies this way and that way and this way and that way. But it's really cool.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
I will add
yeah,
it.
really, really good. So anyway, where can people find you and your stuff, Curt?
Confoundedmachine.com. You can find all of my wares, and on the media page, you can link to all of these wares that I'm currently wearing, a sweater and then a t-shirt underneath as well
nice.
that Jamie sells on his t-shirt shill site.
Yes,
so
which has correct shipping now.
Ooh.
Yes.
Where can people find your wares?
You can find me at jspec_engineering on Instagram, or you can find our website at jspeceng.com, where you will find the anchor point, the merch, the fluck, whole bunch of fun stuff. As previously mentioned, the shipping on the shirts has been fixed because there was some illiteracy that happened. And there's a newsletter sign up for the anchor points. We're going to be sending out a newsletter at some point about there being a pre-sale for the mechanical version. And those are going on full sale on the 14th of next month. That is the target date. If you have done a pre-order or message us and indicate you are interested in being one of the first people, then you will get notified as soon as we have available. So I think we're going to start making slots available a bit earlier to those people, just so that we can get them through Anno and have them shipped by Valentine's Day.
Right.
Because that's when we decided we're releasing it. Yes, exactly.
It's a great gift. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there will be blank pallets and some accessories coming to the site in the next week or two. I might put the pallets up like tomorrow, but we'll see how I feel. But yeah, those will be $30 a blank pallet. I need to just check what the shipping is going to be on them. And they're $30 a blank pallet for a very specific reason, which we will not discuss here. But yeah, that concludes where you can find me. What are you up to today, Curt? I see there is a pen behind you in the machine.
That's actually just the jig that holds it. But yeah, probably gonna it grips it from the inside so I can access the whole outside. Okay. I'm probably gonna flick the thing on behind me and let it continue to do some work. Actually, I think the person that maybe they listen to our podcast, but they wanted some pens for their wedding. And I've dealt with him a while. He's been a good customer. So yeah, I'm making a gang of units for him as well. So that's kind of cool. So I'm going to run that, take some pictures for him because he wants some in progress. So I'll shoot some of those. And I think I'm going to play with just a bunch of media stuff today because that's, once again, the machine's just going to be kicking away and then the lathe is going to do the same thing. And I'm just going to sit here and twiddle my thumbs, which is exactly what I want to be doing. Let the machines do the hard work. So how about you, man? What are you up to?
Lots of things. Tomorrow morning, before it gets hot as all hell here, I'm going to be cutting 200 pieces of tube so that I can assemble diesel sensors. And then I need to process like 350 of the other diesel sensor part, and then I still need to manufacture another 375 of a different part. But that you just put a bar in, hit go, come back in 90 minutes, and there's 69 parts in the bin. It's great.
Nice.
Yes, I know. The maths just works out to 69, and it's fucking amazing.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, no, it does. It's done. I don't know if you've seen my Magic Maths program. So basically, you put in the bar length, the remnant length, the part length, and then it will calculate how many cycles it can run before it runs out of bar.
I see. Okay.
And it just so happens that on a 500ml bar, we get 69 parts.
Nice.
I think we make more material into scrap than we make the parts because I've got a 2 mil parting blade, and I take 0.5 mil off the front. We machine the thing, and then we take 2 mils off the back. And the part's only 3 millimeters long. It's a little bit of a silly
That's always fun.
Yeah, but we got to make a few hundred of those, and then we can deliver that order. So that is the plan for tomorrow, as well as a meeting with the guys I'm doing the retrofit for. I've got a meeting with them. Yeah, it's going to be a busy day tomorrow.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So thank you everybody for listening. Patrons, we'll see you in the after show where we're going to discuss miniature trains. And yes,
submarine aircraft carriers.
Yes, submarine aircraft carriers.
Well, that's going to be a good one today.
It's going to be a banger. But everyone else, thank you very much for listening, and we will see you next week. Hope you have a good one, and Patreon, see you now.
Take care, all.